symbolized the Roman Empire's absolute determination to destroy the Jewish people. And here we sit. So we should bless all of the hostages to come home safely. That Hashem, that their families should know no more pain, that the wounded should be healed, and the soldiers should come home safely. B'ezrat Hashem. Shir HaMa'alot Imamaki Katif Adonai Adonai Shema B'koli Tiyena Aznecha Kashuvot L'Tov Adonai Im Avonot Tishmo Yach Adonai Miyamot כי עמך סליחה למען תברך. קיוויתי אדוני כי בקע נפשי ולדברו חרתי. נפשי לאדוני משומרים לבוקר שומרים לבוקר. יחל ישראל אדוני, כי אם אדוני החסד והרבה חסדו. והוא יפדה את ישראל מכל עוונותיו.
This is the time of year when we celebrate miracles that happened throughout Judaism. And so tonight, may the candles that we light bring a glimmer of hope in incredibly dark times. At this point, if you're standing around and you want to come stand around a Chanukah and light for one of the 138 hostages who can't light tonight, who can't celebrate with us tonight. Right now, we're going to take a minute. In the Chanukah you're standing at, build a connection, build a kesher with that person. Tell them 62 days in, you're still thinking of them. Tell their families that 62 days in, you haven't forgotten about them. That tonight, we're celebrating for them because we know that what they would give up to be able to celebrate Chanukah with us here tonight.
You know, I struggle to say Chanukah Sameach because it's really a very hard Chanukah for all of us. But on the other hand, I think this is a victory to say Chanukah Sameach because this is exactly what our enemies want. They want to make us miserable. And part of this fight and part of our victory is with broken hearts, and I'm sure your heart is broken in mine, you know, even more. We're also broken. We still have to be grateful for the nisim, for the miracles that Hashem blessed us in the past. Pray for more miracles now and in the future. And so I wish you Chanukah Sameach, Chanukah Sameach. So I had this very weird thought that came to my mind when all this happened, is I realized that somebody's trying to kill me. Somebody's trying to kill me. Somebody wants to mutilate me. Somebody wants to burn me. Somebody wants to cut off my head. Somebody hates me so much that they don't even know me. And then I thought, wow, what a compliment. You know, because they know something that I need to know. That Klal Yisrael is me. That Klal Yisrael is you. And in their minds, they don't need to get to know you. They already know you. You represent the entire Jewish people. From the beginning to the end, you are managed the entire Jewish people to best. And I thought, wow, what a responsibility. What a responsibility. Their hatred is an incredible sign of our greatness. Their hatred is an incredible sign of how threatening we are to their like you. That we are worth that hate and worth their desire to try and destroy us. And this is exactly what the Moshe Kadavero explains in the first chapter of Talmud Torah, which is so powerful. There's a few lines that I want to read to you. All Jews are relatives to each other because the souls are all included within each other. There's a part of this one in that one, and a part of that one in this one. Within every one of us is every one of us. And every one of these captivity are within every single one of us. A piece of you is the Lazarus. And a piece of them is here right now. And we are literally one. And he continues to say, and that is why Jews are guarantors for each other, Aravi. We literally have each other's back. Because literally within each one is a part of his friend. It is therefore appropriate that a person desire good for his friend. Look upon him with a good eye, and that his friend's honor, listen carefully, his friend's honor will be more beloved to him than his own, because he is him literally. These people in front of you, they are us literally. And we are them literally. That's the amazing thing about Klal Yisrael. We're mamish one. Mamish one. You know, I once heard that when the Egyptians went looking for the Jewish babies in the homes, after Pharaoh had decreed to kill all the Jewish babies. Well, certainly all the parents hid their babies. But the Egyptians knew us, so they brought a Jewish baby into the house and pinched the baby to make the baby cry. And then the baby that was hidden in the house would start to cry. Because we're so connected. We're so one. And so he says by the end of this, he says that for this reason we are commanded to love our neighbor as ourselves. Because literally your neighbor is a part of yourself. Rav Kook explains that what it really means to be holy is to be selfish. But like really selfish. If you're really selfish, you would feel the pain of every single person here because they're part of yourself. Love your neighbor as yourself because your neighbor is part of you. And these people that are in Gaza right now, and you can't even imagine what they're going through, and the reports that we're getting from those that are being released are just shocking how evil can be. How evil can be. And so Rav Kook says that we need to learn to be wholly selfish. To love ourselves so much that we love each and every one of us and wouldn't give up on any of us at all. Rav Kook explains that the love in his heart flows naturally from the very core of his being. He cannot but love all of us, because all of us are included with him, and he's included with all of us. So what I want to ask you all to do is to increase Ahavas Yisrael. Something really practical to do, which is, this is very practical to do, and I applaud you, Gideon, and the other Chevra from Orayta that came up with this idea, organized this idea. This is what we need to be doing. But I really encourage every single one of you to come up with just one small act of kindness that you do before the night is over. It could be a kind word, it could be an encouraging text to somebody, it could be a compliment. But we have to absolutely increase dramatically the Ahavas Yisrael amongst us, and send that Ava to our brothers and sisters in Gaza, and to our Chatufim, their soldiers. And Hashem should bless us all that we'll see a miracle, mamash, soon, like sooner than soon. And thank you so much for joining this, and thank you so much for doing this, and maybe we'll do a little more rendition about it.
At this point, we're going to begin lighting our Chanukah for our individual people being held hostage. If you're still standing up top and you would like to come down to light, now would be the time. And if we could make sure that every single hostage has somebody lighting for them, and there are some that their identities are not known to the public at this time. Doesn't mean they don't deserve to be celebrated for. So if you see one of those, please gather around to celebrate for that person. Candles, matches, flames will be being passed down right now. You will make your way across. While you're waiting, you can continue to talk to and establish a connection, because as Rabbi David Aaron said, we really are all one. And a piece of us is in them, and a piece of them is in us. The way that we'll do the lighting, we're going to name every single person being held hostage. And as we get to the person that you're celebrating for, you can light your Chanukah, and we'll give a moment for you to light your Chanukah, and to think about them, hold them dear, and remind them that we didn't forget about them 62 days later. So may the warmth and love and fire of Am Yisrael that's in our candle transport all the way to the tunnels of Gaza, and hopefully elevate their neshamot a little bit. So please wait to light until we say the name of the person that you're lighting for. Gadi Moses, 80 years old. Tal Shoam, 38 years old. Kfir Bibas, now 11 months old. Ariel Bibas, 4 years old. Shira Bibas, 33 years old. Yarden Bibas, 34 years old. Gad Hagad, 73 years old. Judy Lynn Weinstein, 70 years old. Chaim Perry, 79 years old. Amiram Cooper, 84 years old. Elad Katsir, 47 years old. Shifra Noy, 70 years old. Yoram Metzger, 80 years old. Sylvia Ochayon, 58 years old. Omer Nutra, 22 years old. Liri Albad, 18 years old. David Cunha, 33 years old. Carmel Gat, 39 years old. Tal Shalev, 54 years old. David Shalev, 75 years old. Tamir Adar, 38 years old. Yair Yaakov, 59 years old. Ohad Yahalomi, 49 years old. Eviatar David, 22 years old. Ophir Calderon, 53 years old. Itzik Agarat, 69 years old. Matan Tsagaker, 23 years old. Tal Haimi, 41 years old. Tamar Suchman, 77 years old. Karina Ariel, 19 years old. Yossi Sharabi, 52 years old. Keith Shmuel Siegel, 64 years old. Fernando Marman, 60 years old. Luis Norberto Hall, 70 years old. Daniela Gilboa, 19 years old. Omri Miran, 46 years old. Elia Cohen, 27 years old. Yagev Buchstab, 34 years old. Ron Sherman, 19 years old. Alon Ohel, 22 years old. Nick Bezer, 19 years old. Ron Binyamin, 53 years old. Binyamin Cohen, 27 years old. Lior Rodin, 61 years old. Or Levi, 33 years old. Hirsch Goldberg Poland, 23 years old. Deror Orr, 48 years old. Romy Gonen, 23 years old. Omer Wenkert, 22 years old. Omer Shentov, 21 years old. Ohad Ben Ami, 54 years old. Almog Meir Yan, 21 years old. Dolev Yehud, 35 years old. Arbel Yehud, 28 years old. Eden Yerushalmi, 24 years old. Eitan Horn, 37 years old. Yair Horn, 45 years old. Amit Esther Buskia, 28 years old. Itai Sversky, 38 years old. Elkana Bochbut, 33 years old. Noah Argamani, 26 years old. Avinatan Or, 30 years old. Alexander Danchid, 75 years old. Orion Hernandez Bradu. Segev Kalfon, 25 years old. Shlomo Mansour, 85 years old. Bipin Yoshi, 23 years old. Idan Alexander, 19 years old. Sasha Alexander Trofanov, 27 years old. Eden Zacharia, 28 years old. Eitan Abraham Moore, 23 years old. Ruth Odaya Yones Morain, 17 years old. Gal Gilboa Dalal, 22 years old. Bar Cooperstein, 21 years old. Yotam Hayim, 28 years old. Ziv and Gali Berman, 26 years old. Naama Levi, 19 years old. Nadav Popowell, 51 years old. Yosef Chaim Ohana, 23 years old. Itai Shem, 19 years old. Joshua Loitu Morel, 21 years old. Alon Shamiz. Matan Angrest, 21 years old. Uriel Baruch, 35 years old. Rom Braslavsky, 19 years old. Nimrod Kohen, 19 years old. Ori Danino, 24 years old. Sagi Dekel Chen, 35 years old. Yitzhak Gelerente, 56 years old. Ron Gvili, 24 years old. Maxim Cherkin, 35 years old. Tzachi Idan, 51 years old. Dror Kaplan, 68 years old. Andre Kosler, 27 years old. Eitan Levi, 53 years old. Eliakum Liebman, 24 years old. Oded Lifshitz, 83 years old. Alex Lobanov, 32 years old. Michael Nissenbaum, 59 years old. Yonatan Mordechai Samarano, 21 years old. Almog Sarusi, 26 years old. Eli Sharabi, 51 years old. Idan Shtibi, 28 years old. Elia Toledano, 27 years old. Ivan Weiss, 56 years old. Hanan Yoblonka, 42 years old. Shalomi Z, 43 years old. Bancha Dufruayawa, 29 years old. Tu Saili, 38 years old. Pongsak Tayena. Satyan Suwon Khan, 34 years old. Yusef Aziadna, 53 years old. Hamza Aziadna, 22 years old. Samer Fuad Al-Talaka, 22 years old. Sahar Marel, 24 years old. And for all of the unknown hostages at this point, please take the knee. As we continue to celebrate Hanukkah for the next 8 days, we promise you guys that we're not going to forget about you. And that even though we're in the Old City of Yerushalayim celebrating Hanukkah, a piece of us is here. A piece of us is in Gaza and is able to celebrate tonight.
Israel.
Mishabeach. Shira Malot, the Sinai Yari, Yain Yavo Ezri, Ezri, Adonai, Ezer Shamayim, Ezri, Alitin Lamon Yagacha, Ayanu, At this point, you're welcome to stay, spend another moment, minute with any of the hostages, celebrate for them, celebrate with them. Chanukah Sameach.